Have you ever wondered why the moon shines so brightly in the night sky? This enigmatic celestial body, our closest neighbor in the vast expanse of space, shares a deep connection with our home planet, Earth. Far from being just a passive observer, the moon actively influences the ebb and flow of our tides and, in turn, the rhythm of life on Earth. The moon is more than just a beautiful celestial body, it plays a crucial role in our everyday lives. But what exactly is the moon made of? This is a question that has captivated scientists and stargazers alike for centuries. The composition of the moon is actually quite complex, and it tells a fascinating story about the geological history of our closest celestial neighbor. The moon is composed of three main layers, much like the Earth. The outermost layer, known as the crust, is about 30 miles deep. It's predominantly made up of oxygen, silicon, and a variety of metals such as iron, magnesium, and titanium. The crust is pockmarked with countless impact craters formed by asteroids and meteors that have collided with the moon over billions of years. Beneath the crust lies the moon's mantle, which extends down to about 700 miles. The mantle is made up of minerals like olivine and pyroxene, which are also found in the Earth's mantle. And at the very center of the moon, we find its core. While the exact composition of the moon's core is still a topic of debate among scientists, it's believed to be composed mainly of iron with smaller amounts of sulfur and nickel. Now, unlike Earth, the moon lacks a substantial atmosphere. This absence of atmosphere means that the moon doesn't have weather as we know it. No wind to erode the landscape, no water to carve out valleys. This is why the moon's surface features, including those impact craters, remain virtually unchanged for billions of years. So, how do we know all this about the moon's composition? Well, much of our understanding comes from lunar missions and the study of moon rocks. When astronauts from the Apollo missions returned to Earth, they brought with them hundreds of pounds of moon rocks. These rocks have provided invaluable insights into the moon's composition and its geological history. Despite its barren appearance, the moon is a complex celestial body with a fascinating geological history. It's a testament to the incredible processes that have shaped and reshaped the surfaces of celestial bodies throughout the universe. Ever noticed how the moon changes shape throughout the month? It's not actually altering its form, but rather we're observing varying portions of the moon's surface illuminated by the sun. This results in the different phases of the moon, which have fascinated humans for centuries. Let's start with the new moon phase. During this phase, the moon is positioned between the Earth and the sun. The side of the moon that's illuminated by the sun is facing away from us. So, from our perspective, the moon appears dark, essentially disappearing from the night sky. As the moon continues its orbit around the Earth, we move into what is called the waxing crescent phase. This is when a thin, crescent-shaped sliver of the moon becomes visible. The illuminated portion of the moon starts to grow, or wax, day by day. The next phase is the first quarter, also known as the half-moon phase. Here, half of the moon's surface is illuminated and visible from Earth. This occurs when the moon is at a right angle to the Earth's sunline. Following the first quarter, we enter the waxing gibbous phase. More than half of the moon's surface is illuminated during this phase, and it continues to grow until we reach the full moon phase. The full moon, it's a sight to behold. The moon is on the opposite side of the Earth from the sun, so its entire face is illuminated and visible from Earth. It's the brightest and most noticeable of all the lunar phases. But the show isn't over yet. After the full moon, the moon starts to wane or shrink. We see a waning gibbous, then a last quarter, and finally a waning crescent, before we return to a new moon and the cycle starts all over again. The moon's changing phases are a beautiful reminder of its constant motion in space. These lunar phases are not just fascinating to observe, but they're also crucial for understanding the moon's orbit around the Earth and its relationship with the sun. The moon doesn't just light up our night sky, it also has a significant impact on life on Earth. One of the most noticeable ways the moon influences Earth is through its gravitational pull, which creates the ocean tides. The moon's gravity pulls at everything on Earth, but it's the water in our oceans that really responds. As the moon orbits our planet, the water on the Earth's surface bulges out towards the moon, creating a high tide. On the opposite side of the Earth, there's another high tide, caused by the Earth's own gravity, pulling back against the moon's gravity. But the moon's influence doesn't stop at the tides. It also affects the Earth's rotation. The gravitational interaction between the Earth and the moon causes a slight wobble in our planet's spin. This wobble, combined with the gravitational pull of the sun, leads to what's known as precession, a slow, circular motion that takes around 26,000 years to complete. This gravitational dance between the Earth and the moon also affects the length of our days and years. Over billions of years, the moon's gravity has gradually been slowing down Earth's rotation. This has led to our days lengthening from a mere 6 hours, billions of years ago, to the 24 hours we are familiar with today. And let's not forget about the moon's impact on life itself. Many organisms, including various species of corals and worms, time their reproductive cycles to the lunar phases. And for humans, the moon has played a crucial role in our cultural, religious, and artistic expressions throughout history. So, while we look up and admire the beauty of the moon, let's also appreciate the many ways it shapes our world and our lives. The moon is more than just a celestial body. It's a vital part of the complex, interconnected system that allows life to thrive on Earth. Without the moon, life on Earth would be quite different. So what does the future hold for our exploration of the moon? The future of lunar exploration is a thrilling prospect filled with endless possibilities and the promise of new scientific discoveries. As we continue to look up at the night sky, there's a renewed interest and excitement about what lies beyond our earthly confines. In the coming years, we can expect to see a surge in lunar missions. Several countries and private companies have announced plans to send both robotic and manned missions to the moon. These next-generation lunar explorers will not only search for resources, but also aim to understand the moon's complex geology and its mysterious past. One of the most ambitious plans is to establish permanent lunar bases. These bases could serve as hubs for scientific research, mining operations, and potentially even tourism. Imagine, if you will, a colony of humans living and working on the moon, conducting experiments and furthering our understanding of the universe. But it's not just about the moon. These bases could also serve as launch pads for missions deeper into space, possibly to Mars and beyond. The moon, in this context, becomes a stepping stone, a gateway to the rest of the cosmos. The potential for scientific discovery is virtually limitless. From understanding the origins of the moon to studying its geological activity, the moon offers a unique laboratory for scientific investigations. The data gathered could provide valuable insights into the origins of our own planet and the broader solar system. Exploring the moon also provides us with an opportunity to test new technologies and techniques that could be crucial for future space exploration. From advanced robotics to new methods of resource extraction, the moon is a testing ground for innovation. But perhaps the most intriguing aspect of future lunar exploration is the potential for unexpected discoveries. After all, every new frontier brings with it the promise of surprise and wonder. As we continue to explore the moon, who knows what exciting discoveries lie ahead? The moon, our closest celestial neighbor, is a source of constant fascination and discovery. We've journeyed together through the mysteries of the moon, understanding its enigmatic nature, its composition, phases, and its influence on our home planet, Earth. We've delved into the craters and mountains that mark its surface, the tantalizing secrets beneath its dusty crust, and the captivating dance it performs as it waxes and wanes in our night sky. We've also discussed how the moon, despite being over 200,000 miles away, reaches out to us, influencing our ocean tides and even some aspects of our behavior. And finally, we've looked to the future, considering the exciting possibilities of continued moon exploration, the potential for lunar bases, and the scientific advancements that such endeavors could bring. Our celestial journey doesn't have to stop here. There's so much more to explore, so much more to learn about our universe. It's a vast, fascinating cosmos out there, filled with wonders waiting to be discovered. So why not join us on this journey? Let's continue to unravel the mysteries of the universe together. Remember to share your thoughts on these lunar facts and keep exploring the wonders of the universe. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating space content.